Today, many of us are paying more out of pocket when it comes to our healthcare. Whether you are a patient or an employer, you need information about the cost and quality of your care. In Maine and across the nation, there can be huge differences in the cost and quality for the same service. You may pay a lot more for the same procedure depending on where you go, even if the outcome is the same. Compare Maine allows you to compare the average costs for nearly 200 of the most common healthcare procedures by facility and by the largest health insurance companies in the state. The cost you see is the average amount that people with insurance and their insurance companies paid to facilities. We report on over 170 facilities in the state, including hospitals, surgical centers, diagnostic imaging centers, labs, and clinics. Compare Maine also shows how patients rank their overall experience with providers and on how Maine hospitals compare on keeping patients safe. If you have health insurance, you can use Compare Maine to get the average cost of a healthcare procedure. This information gives you a starting point for what you can expect to pay. Your final costs may be different based on your individual coverage and the services you receive. You may want to contact your insurance company to figure out your specific out-of-pocket expenses. If you don't have health insurance, you can still use Compare Maine to get an estimate of what you may pay. You will need to contact the facility to figure out your specific out-of-pocket expenses. To access the cost and quality data, you can either click on Find the Cost of a Procedure from the homepage or on Compare Costs and Quality in the navigation. On this page, you can search to find a procedure that you want to compare costs on. You can use the search box to search by healthcare procedure name, keyword, or CPT code. CPT codes are 5-digit numbers used to identify medical procedures and can be found on the explanation of benefits that you receive from your insurance company or by asking your healthcare provider. For example, if you wanted to find the average cost of an X-ray, you could type X-ray, click the search button, and all related procedures would appear below. You can also select a healthcare procedure by clicking on one of the categories, such as radiology and imaging. Doing so will open a list of subcategories and their related procedures. Clicking on the subcategory X-rays, for example, will show all of its related procedures. Clicking on a procedure, such as X-ray of chest, will take you to the data display. The top of the data display shows the procedure you selected, which also acts as a drop-down menu to navigate to other procedures. The CPT code and a brief description of the procedure are displayed underneath. The Maine state average is also highlighted, showing the average total cost of the procedure throughout the state. In this case, the average cost of a chest X-ray is $208. There's a Learn About the Data button underneath the Maine state average. When clicked, a window appears that provides the data source, time periods, and links to the cost and quality methodology sections. The data display is available in 2 views, List and Map. The List view allows you to scroll the page to see all facilities that report cost and quality information on Compare Maine. When you scroll the page, the header remains at the top as a reminder of the information that you are viewing. The Map view displays cost markers for the average cost of the selected procedure at all facilities. Clicking on a cost marker displays the facility's name, along with their average total cost and quality ratings. Clicking on the facility's name will take you to its profile, which is a summary of the facility's information. Let's go back to the List view so we can describe more of the website's features. A toolbar is located directly above the data display, allowing you to filter the data by location and/or insurance company. By default, the data is displayed to show the average total cost for all insurance companies. So, for example, at Blue Hill Memorial Hospital, the average total cost for a chest X-ray is $188. If you select one of the commercial health insurance companies that Compare Maine reports on, the data will automatically refresh. Selecting Aetna, for example, will show the average total cost for a chest X-ray at a facility if you have Aetna insurance. Filtering the data by insurance company may result in you seeing a Not Available symbol. Rolling over the symbol provides a description of why data is not available. By default, the data in the list view is displayed in alphabetical order. The Sort By dropdown allows you to sort facilities by performance. Throughout the site, any time that you see blue text with a dotted underline, like average total cost, you can roll over the text to get a brief definition. Clicking on the word or phrase will take you to the dictionary. The name and address of each facility is listed, along with the average total cost of the procedure selected. Along with the cost data, 3 quality measures are displayed: overall patient experience, preventing serious complications, and preventing healthcare-associated infections. The more bars a facility has, the better the facility performed. If a facility does not have data for a quality measure, you will see an NA symbol. To view more detailed information, you can select up to 3 facilities to compare by clicking on a checkbox next to the facility's name and clicking on the Compare Selected Facilities button. Doing so will take you to a comparison page where you will see ratings for the selected facilities side by side. For several of the quality measures, in addition to seeing the symbol, you will see the facility's rating, the main state average, and the national average. Clicking on a facility's name will take you to the facility's profile or a summary page with the facility's information. You can view contact information, including a map of the facility's location, as well as the facility's cost and quality data, if applicable. A facility's profile page is also accessible by clicking on Find a Facility in the navigation and searching for or selecting a facility from the list. Some facilities have multiple locations, which is indicated by a multiple locations link. When clicked, the additional facility names and addresses appear. The About page provides detailed information about Compare Maine, including frequently asked questions about the information on the website and details about the methodology used to calculate the cost and quality data. The Resources page is divided into categories, accessible from the side navigation. Several health insurers have shared links to their cost calculators with us. And if you are a plan member, you can access them from the Health Insurance Cost Calculators page. Clicking on the name of a resource will open the resource as a new tab in your web browser. The Contact page provides the contact information for the Maine Health Data Organization and a form that you can use to submit questions, comments, and feedback. Compare Maine is a work in progress, and we need your help in making it better. You can share feedback by clicking the Take Our Survey button in the footer on the bottom of every page. Finally, in the footer of the website, there's a link to the dictionary. For convenience, this page lists definitions for terms used throughout Compare Maine. We developed Compare Maine with the help of a consumer advisory group, which included Mainers like you. One of them said, "Using this website and making decisions based on the information it provides is one of the best ways for patients to engage and take responsibility for their own health care. This website gives patients choices." We hope Compare Maine will help you start the conversation with providers and health plans about the cost and quality of healthcare services, and help you in choosing the highest value healthcare options. Compare Maine is brought to you by the Maine Health Data Organization in collaboration with the Maine Quality Forum and is required by law to promote the transparency of healthcare costs and quality via a publicly accessible website.